Their competition might only span 2 campaigns. 13-time winners Real are synonymous with it. They first lifted the trophy back in 1955 when they went on to win it 5 times in a row. And the man whose name adorns the stadium that Real are calling home for now was central to it all.
For the first 5 years of the tournament's existence, Real Madrid dominated the European Cup, and the leading light in their team of stars was undoubtedly Alfredo Di Stefano.
What a play!
The Argentine who became a Spanish international, the blonde arrow who fired over 300 goals just for Los Blancos, the most complete footballer of his time, and alongside 2 Ballon d'Ors, the marker for what world class was. In the 1940s, his formative football years were at River Plate in Buenos Aires, followed by 4 more years for Millonarios of Bogota, with short stints for both Argentina and Colombia's national sides. He impressed to the extent that across the Atlantic, a contentious tussle took place for his services. At one point, Barcelona seemed set to sign him. Instead, the King's Club would trump the Catalans. In September 1953, at the prime age of 27, he arrived in the Spanish capital. He would stay at Real Madrid for almost 11 years. And while he won 8 La Liga titles, it was the continental crowns that would define Di Stefano. In a 4-3 victory in the first ever European Cup final. And 1956 was just the start. In 57, his penalty provided the platform for a 2-0 victory.
Stefano se encarga de transformarlo en gol.
1958, in Brussels, another opener as Real Madrid won 3-2 in extra time. The following year, Di Stefano scored the second in another 2-0 triumph. 1960, and though Puskás scored 4, Di Stefano helped himself to a hat-trick in a thumping 7-3 scoreline.
Well, whatever they pay Di Stefano, they don't pay him enough.
The now veteran lost his first final in 62 and another in 64, but he was nearly 38 by then, and his legendary status was already secured. He had scored in 5 straight showpieces, and only his great teammate Puskás can match his 7 final goals. At the turn of the century, the club made him honorary president, and in 2006, Real Madrid opened the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium as the centerpiece of their training center. His death in 2014 brought tributes from across the football world, and nearly 7 years on, the stadium that bears his name is hosting games in the tournament that truly made his name.
Well, what a man and what a football player, what a record at Real Madrid. And I guess when you sign at a club like that, if you don't know much about the history, you soon learn about him, Michael.
You do. I mean, I was very fortunate that when I signed, Di Stefano was the man sort of that unveiled me, and you soon realise that the importance of clubs. And that's, do you know, some people think it's a burden when you go to a place like that, but it's not. It absolutely raises the game of everybody. You know, you understand the expectation, you understand the history, you know the levels that you've got to reach. Second best is just simply not good enough in a team like Real Madrid. And you quickly understand that. As soon as you sign, you're steeped in history, steeped in tradition, and what a legend. I mean, some of those pictures are brilliant.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.